have an attitude with mom and dad? Look at y'all. How many of y'all ever had an attitude with mom and dad? Yeah. Come on. How do y'all yell at them?
Oh, that's not right.
Come on now. I want you to get mad. Listen, I want you to get mad right now, but I want you to get mad at the devil. I want you to say, it's mad night.
It's mad night.
It's time to make a difference. Y'all hungry or what?
Yeah.
How many of y'all got some money? We take chance.
I'll take the car.
Listen, how many of y'all saw the leadership earlier?
Yeah.
Listen, we want y'all to get involved. Why are we saying this? Because we believe that if there's anything, here's our vision. I want you to say this with me, 10% of Plainview and the surrounding communities. How are we going to do it? Come on, how are we going to do it? Somebody say through ministries, through getting involved. I was thinking today, and I want you to pray because I don't know yet. Pastor David really wants to start a torchbearer class, meaning that I'm going to teach young people how to serve, and I'm thinking about it starting on a Thursday. It used to be times when I used to teach discipleship on a Thursday, and I think I'm going back, and I'm going to try, I don't know yet, but I'm going to try to go back and start teaching in 8 weeks. It's only going to be 8 weeks. Teaching you about vision, teaching you about leadership, teaching you about investment, teaching you about getting involved, teaching you about how to have a servant's heart, how to be able to walk in love. Why? Because that is what it's going to take to be able to get you to get involved. Amen? I don't want nobody, listen, I don't want nobody involved in a ministry that is not committed.
Amen.
Come on, talk to me. How many of y'all, nobody in this house wants to be in a relationship that is not committed? Yeah. How many of you don't want friends that are committed? You don't want no friends to you. Listen, you have friends that you want them to be what? Committed to you, amen? You don't just want them to be there and then the next day they're talking about you. How many of you ever had some of those friends?
Yeah.
Everybody? Come on, just lift your hands up if you had some friends like that. Amen? I want you to learn to be committed. Look at your neighbor and say, you got to learn to be committed. And I've learned this, that if you can't be committed to God, you can't be committed to anybody else. Come on, somebody help me here. If you can't be committed to God, you can't be committed to anybody else. I've learned that. I can't be committed to my wife if I'm not committed to God. But I've learned that if I'm committed to God, I can be committed to my wife. Amen? I know that if I'm committed, listen, if I'm committed to my God, I know I can be committed at my job. That means I won't have 10 jobs in 1 year. Come on, somebody talk to me. Amen? And I want to show you, and I want to teach you how to be able to have commitment. I only got about 20 minutes. Look at your neighbor and say, give him 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Give me 15 minutes. That's all I need. I got 3 points. I'm going to speak 5 minutes like if I'm at fine arts.
Woo!
But I'm going to out-preach some folks. Amen? Look at your neighbor and say, salvation.
Salvation.
Listen to this. Next week, these doors, I'm going to get through with this real quick. These doors will be locked. These front doors will be locked. When you come to youth night, you're going to come in through that side door. Next week, that's going to be the entrance because we're gonna get crazy in here.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a surprise, so you're going to have to bring some friends. It's going to get crazy in here. When you bring them, it's going to be something that you ain't never seen. Our next theme is resurrecting from the dead. I think I'm going to have to take y'all to the cemetery. Amen?
Amen.
Now watch. How many of y'all want to be resurrected from the dead? Come on. See that? If you ain't, how many of y'all want to be resurrected from the dead? I'm going to tell you something. If you ain't raising your hand up, you ain't telling me you're saved. Because Jesus, that's what he's going to come do. What's he going to do? Resurrect us from what? Amen. Now watch this. That's what I'm trying to preach you to get. That's what I've been preaching to us about what? Being saved. Look at your neighbor and say, we got to get saved. Say, we got to get saved for reals. Amen? How many know playing church should be over? Yeah. How many know just coming to church to hook up should be over? Someone, come to church to hook up, to get digits. Because this ain't a club. How many know this ain't a club? They sure ain't no hoochie hotel. Amen? Who said amen back there? Thank you, Joseph. I've been talking to you about being saved. Amen? And my whole intention about speaking about being saved is that you would get the picture of what it is. Amen? We all got a different perspective of what being saved is. Amen? Speaking to our pastor's wife this week, she said, if there's anything that I wish people would get a hold of, is to get a hold of what it means to be saved. I think that if me and you would really get a picture of being saved, and I think that we would really get saved, I think we would cause a resolution to take place in our schools, in our homes, and in our cities.
Amen.
If we would really get saved, look at your neighbor and say, if we would really get saved. Now watch this. Most people today don't have an idea of what it is. Because they have, watch this, they have come and they've given their life to Jesus, but they've come and never realized or never known the intentions of what it is to be saved. Now watch, I've been speaking to you about being saved. I've told you that the word salvation means deliverance, it means prosperity, it means wholeness, it means escape. But it also means rescue. Has anybody in this house ever felt like you needed to be rescued? Come on. How many of y'all ever, at one time or another, you just felt like you were drowning? You were drowning in problems. You were drowning in suicidal thoughts. You were just drowning in depression, just drowning in loneliness. But you know what? Now you understand that Jesus came to your rescue. Amen. How many of you can say that? Yes. Jesus came to my rescue. Yes. Now watch. I don't know about anybody else, but I needed to be rescued. Now watch. Maybe it didn't always happen when I wanted, but I'm here to tell you that it does happen. And He will show up when you need it. Look at your neighbor and say, He'll show up when you need it. Now watch this. The word rescue means to be saved. It means to be free. It means to be set free. It means to let go. It means to be released. Most of us right now have not been released of our pain. Most of us have not been released of our hate. Most of us have not been released of our anger. Most of us right now have not been released, watch this, to forgive somebody. That's why most of us right now continue to battle all the time. It's because we have not been rescued or we have been set free from those things. Amen? And most of us today, we continue to hate our stepfather, we continue to hate our stepmother. Watch it, that shouldn't be. Most of us hate our father, hate our mother, hate our brothers, hate our sisters, hate people at school. Oh, I hate that teacher. What? You hate that teacher? Can I go a little bit farther with you? If you knew that the teacher was out to help you, come on now. Because before you knew that teacher, you didn't know 1 plus 1. You thought 1 plus 1 was 3. And there you are putting the teacher down because you don't understand that the teacher is there to help you. Amen? Now watch, guys. I want to show you this because you have to understand that He came to rescue us. He came to rescue us from sin and death. Sin has wrapped us up, watch this, and has distanced us from God. Today I want to talk to you about three things very quickly. What happens when we come to understand